We're back!
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome back to a Yorkshire office, the ACS podcast. How are we all?
I'm very well, thank you. You guys?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Glad it's Friday.
It is. We've decided to record this on Fridays now because you were tired last week.
Well, we were. I was tired, and our initial one was recorded on a Friday, but it went so badly we had to re-record again the day after. Not the day after. That's Saturday.
The Monday.
Not the day after that. That would be Sunday.
The Monday.
The Monday. Yeah.
The Monday. That's an easy way of saying
it.
So
yeah, we're back. We've got the Friday feelings. It was Valentine's Day this week.
It was indeed.
How much loving did you get?
I got no loving whatsoever.
None?
Nothing.
Someone got a bunch of flowers delivered to their desk. Who was that?
Anthony.
I cried.
You did. You cried a lot.
A lot.
Walsh, did you get any flowers delivered?
Nothing.
No,
nothing. I didn't even send any either, so...
Oh, fair.
I don't think we've even
Simon.
introduced
It's a fair game.
We've got Simon Walsh on today, if you didn't work that out. He is the Operations Director for ACS.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
No, nothing for Valentine. You're a romantic man. I've seen your text messages.
Yeah, it's something that when you get married, you kind of forget about.
Fairs, like anniversaries.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you
birthdays.
Birthdays.
Yeah, exactly, everything.
Kids in the car.
Yep.
Things like that.
Kids driving the car.
Well, talking about driving misdemeanors, I'm gonna jump straight in this week with my things I found on the internet in between doing no work. So this first one is a local...
That's the second podcast where you've said you don't do any work. You need to be careful.
Well, there's going to be 3 after next week. So this is quite a local story that I found. This is in North Yorkshire, so that's just above us, I believe.
Yeah.
Good. So a North Yorkshire man called the police to tell them he was drink driving.
Oh my God.
He rang the police. So the North Yorkshire police said the man in his 50s called 999 just before midday on Monday. Don't know what Monday it was recently. The force said he told them he was drink driving and doesn't know what he's doing.
At midday?
At midday. So that's either he's been heavily drinking all night or he's had a bit of whiskey with his cornflakes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know whether to respect him for calling in.
Full respect.
But he was also drink driving, so there's that.
Yeah. He must have been very drunk.
I mean, he hit 999 quite quickly, so... I mean, have you been absolutely hammered and tried typing numbers in?
That's true.
I mean, it's only 3, but to get 3 in a row, which are exactly the same, I mean... Fair enough if you call 9. Can you ring 989?
I don't think that'd go through to anyone, would it?
No.
You could ring
several attempts.
111. There's a few three-digit numbers, but...
So 999. So he, after a heavy weekend in the Knaresborough area of North Yorkshire, officers found his vehicle within 15 minutes. Good response there. And a roadside
North Yorkshire Police.
Well done. Yeah. And a roadside breathalyzer test recorded the driver's breath as having 118 micrograms of alcohol. To put that in context, the legal limit is 35 micrograms per 100.
Wow.
See, this is the other thing. So the legal limit is 35 micrograms per 100 mil of breath. How do you put breath into millilitres? Surely millilitres is a liquid.
I'm not a scientist, Chris. I don't
know.
No.
That question wasn't aimed at you, Ebony.
I don't think any of us are smart enough to answer that, to be totally honest.
So 100 mil of breath. The man was arrested and remains in custody. I mean, again, I don't know when this is. He could have been released.
I imagine.
Give it a crisp high five on his way out and said, "Look, not again, mate."
Next time he'll just do it without calling in.
Yeah, don't call us next time.
Just get home. It's fine.
Lovely statement from the police. It's not every day that a suspected drink driver dobs themselves into the police.
It sounds like an excuse to not do Valentine's.
Extended
stay away.
Typical man.
On Monday though, so...
he was prepping.
Yeah, can you hold me for 48 hours?
Hold off.
Hold off. In terms of Valentine's Day, a very romantic story for you. Again, this is the weekly Florida story.
Walshy, did you listen to the last podcast?
I did listen to the last.
So yeah,
I have a vested interest in this.
Vested into the.
So as a quick reminder, there's a thing, a popular internet trend. So if you type in Florida man /woman/them into the internet. You can pick up stories from Florida. They are wonderful, but this is a very romantic story. Police in California. I mean, I did find out this is old.
Not Florida.
Oh yeah.
Not Florida, Chris.
Well, I typed in Florida and it came with this one. All right, it's California. It was probably a Florida.
I mean, it's America. They're all mental, aren't they?
Yeah,
a small village
It's all
around
the
there.
same place.
Good pick up there.
It's a small
I
village.
typed in Florida man Valentine's Day, and I pulled up this. So
Obviously, Florida are just, they're
might-
sorting their act
he
out.
might have gone on a road trip and there. But yeah, so police in California are looking for a man. I think this was a year or so ago. So this is probably were looking for a man who was caught on surveillance video. So those little Ring doorbells you get, wonderful little devices. Vigorously licking the doorbell of a family's home for about 3 hours.
3 hours.
Jesus.
3 hours before relieving himself in the front yard.
You'd need to after that long, wouldn't you?
So 3 hour make-out session with a family's Ring doorbell. I mean, those message you when there's movement
Yep,
or something.
yeah,
So
yeah.
imagine you're probably sat having a nice little romantic meal with your family.
You can certainly listen in on those.
That's something you do, Chris.
Oh God.
My lawyers have asked me not to comment. It was the comment that caught me afterwards. It was the homeowner Sylvia Dungan told the reporter, "Oh boy, that is weird."
It's an understatement, I think.
Wow. We were pleasantly surprised the image was so clear. It didn't take us long to identify the individual. So this person
I would not have been happy that the image was clear on that
Yeah,
one.
so it was either this person was well known to the police or the people. So oh, Paul's at it again.
Oh God. He's doing the licking thing.
And her husband said, "Pretty creepy stuff."
I think you'd think after the 840th notification on your phone that something's not quite right at home.
Why did no one go out and ask what he was doing? Were they not at home?
I presume not.
They don't
It was either they weren't at home or they were sat in their house, terrified that there's a man outside.
They also don't need to be home. They could be watching it remotely and just send like a voice note to them.
Yeah.
3 hours
Yeah,
of
okay.
licking.
Yeah, going to town on their Ring doorbell.
Ebs, I don't want to know what you got up to on Valentine's Day.
Sam.
So the police told the news station the doorbell licker could be charged with 2 misdemeanor charges, including prowling.
That is terrible.
Oh, I want to hear that court
I mean,
discussion.
the Ring doorbell stories we get around here on the Facebook groups, it just tends to be like some hoodlums in hoodies and balaclavas going up, realising there's a Ring doorbell and running away after trying to break into the Ford Fiesta.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bring Florida over here for a week.
Oh, absolutely, that'd be brilliant.
It's fantastic. Also, on the other side of the Atlantic, it's football story related. So over here we get, well, to be fair, we don't even get that over here. Football introduction ceremonies.
Oh, I didn't know
Over
that was a
here,
thing.
we might have like a little fun TikTok video, maybe just something on Twitter or something.
Yep.
In Spain, when they get the big names, they unveil them to the stadium, a few kickabouts, say hello to the fans, but not in. I can't remember where it's from. Arturo Vidal, Chile. That's the bad boy.
Resident football expert is on the podcast today.
Arsenal fan. Wouldn't call him expert. Arturo Vidal arrived at his former club, Colo Colo, wonderful name by the way, Colo Colo FC, unveiling in a helicopter before riding around the pitch on a horse dressed as a king, wearing a crown and holding a sword.
Sorry, was the horse dressed as the king?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
No.
Just needed that cleared up.
No, he was dressed as the king.
Right.
But yeah, so he was unveiled on a horse after coming out of a helicopter wearing a crown and holding a sword.
Was the horse on the helicopter or
No, the
land
horse,
and
no,
then
yeah.
Right.
The helicopter landed, took away, then he jumped on a horse. I imagine jumping out of a helicopter on a
That's what I
horse
was imagining.
in some kind of
With the horse dressed as a king.
Yeah,
it was a strange sight.
on a with a big cape. As far as footballing unveilings go, that's pretty mental. 35,000 fans watched that.
Wow.
After he returned to the club after 17 years away.
Fantastic. That is brilliant.
I love the world. And then in the final story, well, I say final story, I've got two here, but one's literally just a sentence. James Bond has been arrested.
Oh, what?
James Bond.
The James Bond?
The James Bond. One of them. So Pierce Brosnan, of the 90s James Bond.
Oh my gosh.
GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, World Is Not Enough Fame. He was charged last month with stepping out of bounds and into a thermal area in the Yellowstone National Park.
Oh.
Apparently it's a very serious offence. There's like thermal geysers.
Land of the free.
Land of the free, not if you're James Bond.
No, not if you
James Bond can do anything apart from step out of bounds in a national park.
License to kill.
License to
not
kill,
license to
not
stop.
license to wander. So yeah,
Fantastic.
apparently he could be jailed, fined, or banned. I don't know what he's banned
Jailed
from.
for that.
Jailed. It's quite a serious offence. It's because it's the hot
Yeah,
geezers.
but it only puts yourself at risk.
I was
not
just going to say
anybody else.
exactly that. Why tell him or ban him? Just let him do it. See what happens.
It's Bond. He can do what he wants.
Bond doesn't get burned by red hot geezers. Not like London geezers. It's not a national park full of cockneys.
That I could understand.
Yeah,
but,
what you do around here, mate?
Stay away from them.
West End. He could be jailed, fined or banned if he's found guilty, with a hearing now scheduled for 20th of February, so next week.
Oh wow.
After he formally denied the charge. Nah, want me, mate. I'm James Bond. Was that me?
Wow.
And then in the final story, this is just one of those typical Reese Witherspoon eats snow.
That makes sense. Moving on.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh my God.
Reese Witherspoon, the actress.
No, I don't have.
Owner of Weatherspoons. Go with it.
Don't mind
She's
me.
There was a look in her eyes there.
Yeah.
She said, "Is it?"
No. Reese Witherspoon, actress. Moving on. So last week we mentioned none of us had drank Yorkshire Gold.
Yorkshire Gold tea, and you made a comment that I'm not happy with.
You're not happy with a lot of things. What was it?
You said, when referring to the south, our water is harder than yours. It is in fact softer, not harder.
Okay, so
And
we're harder than them.
No, we're softer. We have soft water.
No, I mean as people.
Oh yeah, we're. Yeah.
I
Sure.
mean, I'm definitely harder.
Right now, or
Moving on.
Behave.
so what are we going to do about this Yorkshire Gold situation?
So
Chris?
what we've done here is we've requested our lovely tea lady to bring us in. She's made us 12 cups of tea labelled A, B or C. So none of us here know which is which. So we've got Yorkshire tea, standard.
Yep.
We've
Standard
got Yorkshire Gold tea.
Yep.
And we have an own brand.
It is an own brand. It's branded as if it's legit, but it costs 85p, I think. And
For
you get 80 tea bags.
80 tea, but so that's a good.
About a 10 pence.
That's a penny.
Sorry, yeah, a penny.
That's penny bag. So
Sorry.
we're just going
Ebony's,
to. Sam,
influencing
if you could scoot the
I will
tray
scoot
over.
them
I mean,
around.
we've got this. We're going to film this one this week.
We are
I think.
indeed.
So Sam, if you could scoot that tray over, we have got a little bit of milk.
We do have a little bit
I'm not allowing sugar for continuity purposes and because it's. I believe we should.
This is
taste.
going to be a
So
task.
you're picking.
I've got
picking-
my A.
You've got your A.
I've got a B here.
Are we allowed milk then?
You can have a splash of milk. I think that's the way
And
you
I've
could
got my
drink.
C here. If you guys would like to take one each as well.
I've been looking forward to this. I'm surprised you
I'm
managed
not-
to get hold of some
I'm going to
tea
go
bags.
no milk because I
Yeah,
have
there
a
is a-
feeling that you'll get a better flavour.
You
from
know
it.
what?
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, there is actually a tea bag shortage at the minute, so we really are not doing the
this,
world
this,
a favour.
this is, and not only that, this is science. So we're doing this for you.
Right, okay. I do have an envelope here written by our tea lady that says, "How well do you know your tea?" And that
I'm
will
not
have the answers.
I mean,
in.
I'm not a tea drinker, so this is going to be a new experience for me.
I just don't want to
Sir,
make too much.
Are we going to go for the same cup first each?
I think that's a good idea. I think
Yeah.
we all start on one.
Are we
all
not
of us.
having milk then?
You
lads?
can have
No.
milk if you want it.
No, it's
No.
fine.
Well, let's do all the same. So we've got tea bags. So let's
Are we trying A first?
we'll try A first.
Yeah.
Let's have a little sip of that.
Let's have a
Try
swig.
it.
Cheers all.
I mean, that's tea to me.
That tastes like tea. I don't know what other comment I should put on that. I don't drink tea without milk usually, so I don't know what it
And
should taste like.
what tea do you usually drink?
I am a Yorkshire drinker.
So you're a Yorkshire tea. So you should instantly know the taste of Yorkshire tea when it hits your lips.
I should do. I'm feeling confident that might
Simon?
be Yorkshire Gold.
Yeah, I think that might be the gold.
You think that's the gold?
That goes down.
Have you had gold before?
I have had gold, yeah.
Oh,
I'm a bit of a tea
interesting.
connoisseur.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Regularly teabagged.
Not quite so.
Eb's thoughts?
I'd have to let you know
Tastes like
when
tea.
I have the rest.
Fairs.
Tastes like tea.
I mean, so A
We'll reconvene.
in a few short seconds. So
Moving on to B.
So we're moving on to B. See now, I feel like there was more flavour to that than there was A.
Yeah, but I don't think it was a good flavour.
No, it's a bit acrid, that one.
I think
that's
that
the
might be the own
89.
brand.
Just to point out, obviously you can't see just during the recording, the colours are very similar. I feel like this one is slightly darker, whether that's just because it's been brewed for longer. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not sure about that.
Right, so I'm moving on to C now. I'm
Moving
moving
on
to
to
C.
C. This does feel scientific, you know. Oh, that's own brand. That is own brand.
Yeah, that's own brand.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Right,
fine.
okay. I mean, to be fair, I
Have no idea.
no.
I might try them with milk. I
That's
might give it a go.
Imagine
I'm
if she's pranked us all and they're all the same.
Yeah.
She did mention earlier she might just put shove it in the envelope and not actually tell us which one's which, so we might never know.
That's A again.
I've just
Oh,
pissed
good
milk
one,
all
Sam.
over myself. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah, I'm.
You know what? After quickly sipping them there again in quick succession, C tastes.
Rank.
It's like metal. I've got a metallic aftertaste.
Anyone else want to try with milk?
I'm not a fan of black tea.
I mean, I'm a strict, incredibly dark black coffee man. I like the blackest coffee there is, as strong as possible, almost like a full cup of espresso almost.
That A is very nice. I think that is Yorkshire Gold.
Okay.
Not that I've ever had it, but if the advertisement is correct, that it tastes amazing, A
Yeah.
is Yorkshire
So
Gold.
right, so to quickly to summarise on this one, we're saying C is the poor one. This is going to go so badly if we
C is definitely the poor one.
Well, we're
It's
doing
Got to be.
horrendous.
we're doing a service because then people will know whether it's worth buying Yorkshire Gold.
No, but we're a Yorkshire business, we're a Yorkshire office. We want to promote Yorkshire tea. So if we end up finding out that's what I mean, this could go horribly wrong. If we end up saying C is the worst one.
Guys, when you add milk, it completely changes the situation.
Okay.
C becomes nice and B becomes rank.
C gives me the vibes of licking a battery.
It did for me, but as soon as I've added milk, it tastes right.
Circling back on that, how often do you lick batteries?
Depends on how often I need to.
Yeah.
Just recharge myself now and again.
Ding!
That was good, that Simon.
Add one in both.
Yeah, they last going in. We've still not bought a bell. I was gonna.
No, I had one as well. I've got one at home.
Oh well, I won't bloody buy one then.
I'm going to say A is the gold,
A
B
gold.
is normal Yorkshire tea, and C is the umbrella.
Okay, well,
Right, Sam's got the
I
results
agree.
here.
I'm gonna say
None of us know.
A is gold, B is own brand, and C is Yorkshire. So I'm a bit
Ooh.
different. And that's all because with milk it tastes
I
completely
think C. I'm going with Simon on that one. C tasted a bit off. I think B is Yorkshire tea, and I think A is gold.
Yeah.
So I'm going
Yes.
C. C's bad. B's
This is not good.
good.
I've opened the envelope.
Oh God. Have we
Is
completely?
A-
Do we need to? Are we going to have to re-record?
I think we're gonna have to re-record.
Oh God.
We would never. The results are in.
Oh God.
So unless Angela has messed it up, which is a
We'll
potential.
blame it on Angela.
Yeah,
What we're going for?
A,
Yep.
own brand.
Oh Jesus God.
B is gold,
Wow.
and C is normal Yorkshire.
No,
Oh shit.
that's not right. What's she stirring?
It's the cups, dirty cups.
Yeah, I think that might be it. I'm gonna have to try again.
let me
now that I know.
let me just try C again.
Oh, don't start saying
You know
that.
what? Actually, that's not too bad.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Now I've put it in my head. C is actually
And this video is not sponsored by Yorkshire.
outstanding.
Yorkshire tea.
It's definitely not getting sponsored now. If we ask for sponsorship, they're going to turn us away.
I'm just.
C is actually, an exceptional cup of tea from a person who doesn't drink tea. I think that's superb.
You see, once I added the milk to see it just tastes like normal Yorkshire, which it is.
I'm not a fan.
But B.
Well, we're fucked. We're just going to be called an office. An office.
B's rank. B is Yorkshire Gold is completely pointless.
No, I think C's the worst.
C's the
But that's
worst.
just normal.
Oh right,
Yorkshire.
so we've just completely ruined Yorkshire tea. We've bigged it up so much, and now basically don't drink Yorkshire tea.
I think you're right though. I think the
What
milk,
you need is
the milk
own
must
brand.
change it.
The milk changed it.
Own brand.
Interestingly, the look on them now is completely different now that I've added milk. The two Yorkshires pick up milk as you would expect, whereas the own brand turns into dishwater. So
Scoop straight from the canal.
worth noting, but it tastes lovely.
Right, well we've completely ruined Yorkshire tea. Well done, guys.
And with our massive listener base, their stock price is plummeting right now.
We've done it. So today we have Mr. Simon Walsh in.
We do.
Hello.
Big Arsenal fan.
That's right. Yeah.
So we'll quickly jump onto how do you think Arsenal are going to do? What do you think you're going to get? Third or fourth?
Ooh. Do you know what? Realistically, I think second. Realistically,
Oh,
I think we
right,
start.
So
He
let's
said
just
third or
point
fourth.
out, I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yep. But I'm a guest.
And
But
myself and Ebony have no clue.
Well, I knew that Arsenal won 6-0 the other day.
They
Is that
did,
right?
and they also beat Liverpool 3-1 the other day as well.
We will
FYI.
go into that.
Yeah.
It's also worth
so you're
noting-
saying second. So
Second place with
Behind-
a little push at first.
It's worth noting
'Cause I think
our
we're hitting
managing
form.
director is not an Arsenal
No,
fan
no.
by any means.
He'll be
He will
editing
not
this out.
approve of this podcast,
No,
I don't
but-
believe.
I think we started really well last year and then tailed off towards the end. Whereas this year we've not started great, but all of a sudden we've hit our straps a little bit. So I don't know. I've got a good feeling that we should definitely make Champions League. I've a good feeling of second, but first isn't a complete no go. But
so I'm going to ask you,
yes.
who's going first?
Do you know what I said? Arsenal at the start of the season, so I'm going to say Arsenal now.
You just said second. Who you saying where you're going to end up behind? Liverpool or
No, I
Manchester
think
City?
the minimum we'll have is second. But
Okay.
I think I'll go for first.
Okay.
So,
So
but the
what do you-
minimum
okay,
is
where,
second.
what
Very
can I ask you, where do you think
optimistic.
where do you think Liverpool are going to stand?
Third.
Wrong. Instantly wrong. First.
Above Man United, that's all that matters.
That's well, yeah. Fair enough. We can agree on that.
Yeah.
Man United are playing better though.
Shut up, Ebony.
I'm just sat here and I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Neither does Ebony with comments like that. Moving on. Sam, ask Simon some questions.
Yeah, I've got some questions for you.
No, go for it.
And something that's fun is when we had Martine on last week, I gave her the questions in advance so she could prepare answers. I have not done that
You've
with
not done
you.
that with me, no.
No, so you're operations director.
Yes.
I obviously work on the sales floor.
Yeah.
I don't know what operations do. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about what your job entails?
So, from my perspective, a lot of what I do involves the purchasing team and the warehousing teams as well, which touch on some of the other areas. But from an operations perspective, we are there to support the sales team with anything from logistics through to customer services, credit control as well, making sure that all our invoices are paid, but also making sure that our supplier invoices are paid with our accounts team. So negotiating credit limits
So we
and
don't end
terms
up
and
in
such.
court.
Correct, yeah, that kind of thing. So, and then obviously with regards to the warehousing, we did have quite a big presence during COVID, and then particularly afterwards where there was a suggested paper crisis, and you know we brought a lot of paper in then. So we've kind of done the logistical side of things as well, and we've been pretty strong on that. We also worked heavily with Lloyd's Pharmacy as well to do some consolidation work with them. So it's kind of everything in the background that hopefully helps to support the sales channel.
It's making sure those sales go
Yeah,
through.
absolutely,
That's-
let the salespeople do the selling, what they're really good at, and you know we'll try and. I always say it's the sort of a bit of a rock star road
Deal with
mentality.
the promises that
yeah,
we've made.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Make them
100%.
come true.
Make sure it's done. So we'll do all the sort of bits in the background to make sure it all goes through.
Brilliant. You mentioned COVID there, and I was going to ask you, how do you think it affected ACS?
I think from a standing start, it was quite fight or flight, like any business in the UK. But I think what we've always been very strong with is whenever there's a challenge, that's kind of where we really raise our game. And I think the minute that COVID struck, everybody saw it as a personal challenge to try and find new ways of of shaping the business, making sure that obviously the door stayed open throughout.
We've got some big contracted customers, and they need to continue through COVID. And
100%. And I think that was our thought. It was more a case of, we need to make sure that we can support everybody that needs that support in the background. And I think it was just a case that everybody jumped in. It wasn't the case that it was just a few people. As a business, our mentality is well shaped, and we do like a challenge. So I think for us, it was although it's you don't really want to say it was a strong period. It was a strong period because of mentalities.
Absolutely, I fully agree with that. I don't think you naturally become an operations director. So can you tell me, when you were a kid, what did you dream of being?
Oh, do you know what? Realistically, I wanted to be Indiana Jones. I wanted to be an archaeologist. So when I went to
university, hat and a whip.
So I went to university.
You've got the whip.
Well, I've got one of those. But I went to university and I wanted to do archaeology, and didn't quite work out. But then I took up American Studies.
What was the course that you?
So I ended up doing history, American Studies, and information systems. So a little bit of all sorts.
Wow, that's a selection.
Yeah, but it was all based and aimed at trying to do some sort of work in America in terms of archaeology or.
Ebony's a bit of an archaeologist. She loves digging up the past.
Oh, wow!
Grace.
That was low. I don't know what it was low for, but it was low.
Oh,
there's a hidden meaning in there somewhere.
Gone fishing.
So when did you obviously wanted to be an archaeologist?
Yep.
In America, you're not an archaeologist in America.
No.
When did you decide to pursue the career in the supply chain and join ACS and that sort of thing?
Well, I've worked with Mike Hassan, the MD, and quite a few people downstairs in the sales channel for 25 years plus now. So it all started realistically as a job in between university, but I took to it really well. I enjoyed the people, and I think over the course of time there were certain other things that I had in my career, in my qualifications, like the information systems, where technology and the internet and things started to come about, and that was kind of my bag. So it was easy for me to kind of pick up that side of it as well. So it just blossomed on there, really.
Do you wish you could dig holes in America?
I'd like to do it as a side side thing.
Side hustle.
But yeah, or Aussie gold diggers. I'd love to do the. Have you seen the Aussie gold?
Yeah,
it's brilliant. Yeah, so something like that would be good.
Which is a point, actually.
Sorry, you want to be a gold digger?
Yeah, not like the Kanye West version. No.
No, I've seen that with the little.
The sifting pans and
sifting pans.
Yeah.
I've seen the ones that they dig in the river and they get little pipettes, and honestly, the tiny bits of gold that they pick up, and they go, they go absolutely mental for this tiny piece that doesn't even make a ring.
$3,000.
Oh, the hard ones they get in that is ridiculous.
Interestingly, I went back to the B cup of tea. Then that seems to be the one that I'm favouring.
Remind me what B was again?
Make your mind up.
B was the gold.
Okay.
That's interesting. I naturally I was like, I'm a bit thirsty, and I went to the B.
No, you're gonna have to get some gold in.
No, it's too expensive. No, I'm not supporting that.
Well, I think it's time for Ebony's moment. We'll jump onto the quiz.
That's all you need to say at Ebony's moment.
Ebony's been preparing all week, reading all the stories, all the channels, researching.
So this is essentially where we take our guest and we say, "Can you leave?"
Yeah, I can do that.
And we make you stand awkwardly outside the room for a few minutes.
Just for 2 minutes.
2 minutes. I can do that.
How many questions have I got this week?
Still 5. It's always going to be 5.
Always going to be 5.
Good luck, Simon.
But there are new stipulations. You no longer.
Oh, and he's destroyed the set.
You're no longer allowed to think about them. We want answers straight away.
Okay.
The first answer that comes into your head.
Yeah.
So are you ready? I'm going to hide them because you're looking over and you can see them. So,
here we go.
Pressure. First answer straight away.
I think you might do well.
Okay.
I honestly think 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. That's a good thing. So, first question number 1.
Yeah.
What is the shortest month in a year?
February.
Oh!
Straight away, 1-0.
Maybe we've made them too easy this time.
Right.
I searched questions for babies instead of questions for kids.
How many minutes make an hour?
60.
Oh my god!
I'm doing well.
Oh, she
Come on.
is so happy.
Don't jinx it. Don't
I
jinx
feel like we've made them too easy. It's ruined it. Have you been revising?
it. Maybe.
She's gone back to school for a week. Question number 3. What are the 5 vowels in the English alphabet?
Okay, good. We've got the look that we were going for. The
5 vowels.
the eyes
vowels.
widened.
Do you ever watch Countdown?
Yes.
Right, so you know when they go, I'll have a vowel or a consonant.
Oh, that's too hard. Can I pass
what?
that one?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? The 5 vowels. You know when you ask for a vowel?
Do you know what the alphabet
A.
is?
So
B.
No, Christ.
That's the alphabet.
So mark that down as a
As a no.
Yeah, just
A, B.
can I pass that one, please?
pass. Right, okay. At what temperature does water freeze?
It's the silence.
0.
0.
Oh, good.
The cogs were wearing.
There were. She was just searching
I was
the
going to
index.
say -1. It's still good if I didn't.
It's frozen at that point.
Yeah.
Frozen. And then finally, what county is the ACS office located in?
West Yorkshire.
Yes,
You even put in brackets west, so yeah, well.
I did.
So to be fair, 4 out of 5. So
Amazing.
Simon needs to get full marks
He
to.
does, and he was a bit worried.
He was.
Should we
a
go
bit
grab
worried.
him?
Go.
Alright, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Oh,
Oh,
I don't
is
even
he,
need to.
There's a window on the door, mate. I can wave. Welcome, Simon. Ebony's done really well this week.
And we're not even joking.
Do you know, I knew she was going to do well the day I do it.
She got 4 out of 5.
Oh, God.
So you need to get full marks.
Right.
Otherwise, we're going to have our first draw.
Okay.
We do have a tiebreaker question if there is a.
Oh, do we?
Well, yeah.
Well, fair enough. Yes. Someone needs to win.
Right.
So, question number 1.
Yeah.
And by the way, no thinking. We need snap answers.
There was a
is
bit
the
of thinking from Ebs, but we give it benefit of doubt on that one.
What is the shortest month in a year?
February.
Yes.
Very nice.
How many minutes make an hour?
60.
Yeah.
Just straight away.
What
brilliant.
are the 5 vowels in the English alphabet?
A-E-I-O-U.
Oh. right.
Ebony did not get that.
Not the
one.
letter B.
You didn't
She
get
just,
that
she
one?
just
No.
started narrating the alphabet.
Oh my God. Basic English.
We even gave her the hint of, do you watch Countdown? She goes, yes.
Yeah.
Still didn't get the answer.
Who regularly asks for vowels and consonants? Nothing. At what temperature does water freeze?
0.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I mean, this again. What county is the ACS office located in?
West Yorkshire.
We
yeah,
don't
well,
need the tiebreaker
Got it,
question.
straight through tiebreaker, Ebony.
Have some of that, Ebony.
So what's the consonant?
Consonant.
Consonants. It's the ones around the
The
vowels. So B, C, D, F, G.
ones that aren't
Yeah.
vowels.
So you've got the alphabet, 26 letters. 5
Yeah.
of them are vowels. The rest of them are
The
consonants.
rest are consonants.
Oh, right, okay.
So name the 5 vowels.
What?
Yeah.
What?
No, really. Name the 5 vowels.
A-E-I-O-U.
Nailed it.
Well done.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what we found out from that.
Who
is-
makes this stuff?
What? What do you mean makes it? Oh.
What the questions are?
No, like-
what? Who?
The alphabet.
Who said
The vowels are A,
this
A,
is
I, O, U.
what
Find
the
out for
vowels
next week.
are?
Yeah.
No, we actually need to know this
Alright, let me
because
Google it.
some things are
Who
just balmy.
invented
Who-
vowel?
who-
What do you even search?
Who invented vowels?
Ebony, it was Rachel Ryler. She did it.
The one on count.
Greece.
Yeah.
Ryler.
She
Well,
did
to be
know.
fair, no, well,
The
no,
answer's
Yeah.
Greece.
Carol Vorderman.
Carol Vorderman, Rachel Ryler. She
The
invented
original.
consonants.
Oh no, well, who's the other woman on it? Susie Dent.
Susie Dent.
She puts the consonants and vowels together and creates words.
Right.
Have we found it?
Yeah, Greece did it, but I don't know why.
The film.
Yeah,
John
the film.
Travolta.
Oh, brilliant. I put, why do we have vowels? And it said, without them we wouldn't be able to speak or sing. It's not
A
what,
sentence without
it's not
vowels.
what I'm...
We'd end up sounding like cavemen.
Here we go. Vowels are letters that represent speech sounds where air leaves the mouth without any blockage by the tongue, lips or throat.
Right.
A.
Oh.
B, C, D. E. Yeah, it makes sense. The consonants are blocked.
Yeah, I found out. I think in fact found out that there's only 3 or 4 letters in the English alphabet that make your lips touch.
What?
So like A, your lips don't touch.
Yeah. Oh,
B,
right.
So P would.
B, P, A, B. Come on, we're going to work this one out.
C.
D, no touching there. E,
Y.
F.
Are you just trying not to touch it?
Yes.
This is boring.
This is
Yeah.
boring. Moving on. Simon, let's get back to asking you a few questions.
Go for it.
You work downstairs in the operations thing. We work upstairs in the sales thing.
Yeah.
How do you think we should proceed with our goal of one team and eliminating any of that them versus us kind of ideology? How do you like to merge?
I think
that we don't start fighting each other.
Yeah, I think the one team mentality is it kind of would encompass itself by everybody just working in their own little areas and doing their own things, but respecting each other's areas as well. And I think over the course of time that naturally comes about. I think respect is a huge thing for me, and I think that as long as you respect those around you and the other departments, and you know, everyone thinks they can do a better job than the next person in life, and that's just standard. But as long as everybody respects the job that people are trying to do, that one team mentality will always come through anyway. I don't think we need to push very hard on creating a one team mentality. I think in any business, as long as there's a level of respect, that will naturally fall into play anyway. So that's what I try and encourage. I make sure that, in particular, you know, we've done a lot of work with the purchasing team where, you know, Bridget, the purchasing manager, she spends time up on the sales floor trying to offer additional support and just trying to bridge those.
That's a sort of recent thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
getting people to come up every now and again.
Yeah.
And I think it is really helpful being able to just shout over rather than send an email to a faceless entity.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite good.
Do you believe sort of like that sharing knowledge about what you do helps as well, letting people know what your job is, instead of saying like, just leave that to me, that's my kind of job?
Yeah, I think it's difficult because it's all based upon perception. So people will perceive that somebody's not doing a great deal if they're not particularly fast, for example. But it's understanding what their role is to see whether, you know, I've had conversations with people that may suggest that a person isn't working as fast as them, but it's a case of saying, well, their capabilities might be slightly different to yours, or their job role might be different to yours. So
they could be doing
just
other things.
Yeah, exactly. It's just fully understanding everybody's role and remit, and I think once everybody's got that, it's just making sure that the respect levels are there on that, and that harmony just comes naturally. Then I think we've by and large we've really worked on that, and it's shining through quite well now. So I think there's obviously some steps, like any business, to make it better and stronger, but I think we're absolutely on the right path there.
Perfect.
When we told people that you were coming on, I mean, we only asked you 2 days ago because you're out of office, didn't allow me to ask you. We told people, said, oh, Simon Walsh is on this week. And people were like, oh yeah, we love Simon Walsh. What is the best compliment you've ever received?
I got told I was like Mesut Ozil as a footballer, although I didn't do things very fast. I've got a bit of that, unfortunately. But yeah, although it wasn't uber fast, it was always bang on point. So I was told that once, probably about 12 years ago. So I don't know if things have changed. Things have changed since then quite drastically.
Prior to Mesut Ozil signing for Arsenal.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's a sign.
Crashed and burned since, but.
And then on the other side of the coin, what's the best insult you've ever received?
Something that you're secretly proud of.
Yeah.
From an insult perspective, I think it's probably having since being a kid, I have got a very slight turn in my eye when I get tired. So I do get called all manner of stuff about my eyes. I think I got called 10 to 3 eyes once, which was quite funny. That was brilliant. Yeah, 10 to 3. I think one was hotel eyes. I think one was checking in, one was checking out. So, which I actually find, you know what? It's people know that I don't take anything to it because it is so small. So actually, you know what? I think everybody should embrace things like that and just laugh along with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, to be fair, one of the things we were going to ask towards the end of this week, next week, we want to sort of work out what nicknames people have for people, whether they know them. We'll keep them anonymous.
Yeah. There could definitely be some.
or announce, we'll gladly put your name to them. But we want to know what people's nicknames are within their office. We'll pull up a few from here.
Somebody's going to cry.
Someone's going to cry.
Probably
or someone's going to find out going, who's called that, and not realise that it is them, because we're not giving any names on these ones. But if you do have any popular nicknames you want to give, Sam, remind them of the email address.
podcast@acsgroup.co.uk.
Fantastic.
It's my week to forget what the
yeah, I mean,
address is.
again, you've put on here. I forget. I always forget that we're a .co.uk.
Yeah. Just ignore the Bradford sounds.
Bradford cum Crenshaw.
Bad boy chili cruiser.
Just one last question. You mentioned that you obviously oversee procurement in particular. What's the weirdest thing you've been asked to buy?
Oof. Do you know what? We do get some fairly random requests.
I mean, I asked you at the start of last year for something random that a customer asked for me, and we ended up getting the order. It was the home testing prostate exams.
Prostate exam kits. Yeah, that's probably up.
I mean, from someone who predominantly sells IT hardware, a customer ringing in asking, "Do you sell prostate kits?" I had to obviously double check it wasn't a prank.
No, we that's a good one actually. We've had that. We had an elevated toilet seat. I think you asked for yesterday.
It was me.
We've had dog kennels.
Not for Ebony. I just
not
want to clarify they're for our customers.
Well, it might be, but
we don't know.
on the cash account. But yeah, we've been asked to source a dog kennel. So that's
nice.
One. Do you have to ask the question, what dog?
Well, luckily I was nowhere near that query. And then acrylic nails, we've had that as well. So we've had
I hope
plenty
that
of sort of
public sector.
Again, that might be for Ebony. I don't know. But yeah, we've had some random things.
I sent one down the other day, which was replica drugs.
What, fake drugs?
Yeah, fake drugs.
What, like a placebo kind of thing?
No. So
Fisher Price drugs for kids.
So one of the contracts we have is police, as you guys know, and they needed fake drugs to train other officers on. So they had
Right. You're not just like a bag of flour?
No, there was all sorts of things. There was like weed. There was cannabis. There was.
Where did they think that we were going to buy these from?
I found a supplier.
It's not a friend, is it?
You're the worst drug dealer in the world.
I'd like to clarify there were replica drugs, but I did have to pick them up by Chicken Cottage in Bradford.
As I'm through the window and I did just be grass-eating.
Best bud in Bradford. Fantastic. I think that's all the questions I've got for you, but there are some little things I want to talk about. We put out a call for things you want to hear on the podcast. To the podcast email address. If you've got any ideas, please send them.
podcast@acsgroup.co.uk.
See, some people remember it. We have had some suggestions back. This one I think is of particular interest to Ebony. We've had a fella on the Spotify ask for a naked calendar.
I'm interested. Never mind, Ebby. I'm interested in that.
Of me?
Just in general, just a naked calendar. They didn't specify who.
Can I at least have July then?
You can have July.
Can I have my birthday?
Well, they didn't specify whether they wanted male, female, or both.
I think, to be fair, I think I know who that was, so it's definitely male.
Right. Okay.
No.
I shouldn't ask that question.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Joe.
Fair enough.
Right, so what do they want out of this naked calendar
Just,
then?
Top bits and bottom bits, I guess.
Covered with a plant pot.
I thought you were going to say Nutella or something.
That's for the pancake day one.
Brilliant.
That's for the pancake.
Obviously change it so February.
So yeah, it's just more wondering, are we in? Are we going to do a naked calendar?
I'm in. Don't need to ask me.
I don't think
Walsh?
my fella will be in
Yeah,
this.
I think given my stance and portly shape these days,
You
I
can
don't
be
think it's
December,
wise.
mate. They've gone through the entire calendar by then. It's fine.
You can pretend it's cold outside.
Pretend it's cold.
That's no pretending.
We've also set up a voice message system.
Have we?
We have. Yes.
Why am I not told about these things?
Because I did it behind your back.
Like a lot of things.
Now, we haven't had any yet, but it's because I only launched it yesterday. But it does mean you guys can talk back to us now. So if you listen on the Spotify, scroll down. There is an option to leave us a voice note.
Oh, that's going to end so badly.
And we could play them out on the podcast.
Oh dear God. Have we? We're getting cancelled.
We can vet them before we have to play them.
Thanks for listening to Yorkshire Podcast. We won't be back again.
No, probably not. But it's worth noting, and if you do want to insert some sound bites for us, feel free to send those over on Spotify. I'm excited to see.
Yeah, who comes up with that idea? Because that can only end in.
Why do you think I set it up?
Oh, Christ. I thought just having an email was bad.
Well, nobody flipping emailed us last time.
No, fair.
So,
it's all comments on the.
Cheers, guys.
Can you comment on all the other available podcast streaming services?
You
Apple.
can definitely comment on Spotify.
Okay.
I don't know about the other ones.
Okay. Have we checked?
No.
Oh, we've probably got loads of comments on there. I've just ignored everyone.
Well, I don't know how to.
Fair enough. We'll look into that.
We definitely won't have loads of comments because nobody seems to care.
So next week we're going to have some voice recordings from.
Well, hopefully. I assume a few might have to get bleeped.
Yeah, to be fair, it's probably Taylors of Harrogate for slandering the Yorkshire tea.
Look, it was a double blind test. We didn't know.
And we've single-handedly ruined Yorkshire tea.
And gold is a rip-off because it doesn't taste.
Honestly, there's now going to be a bunch of Southerners now leaving. Go, we told you.
There is, isn't there?
Oh,
Oh God, we've got that.
Well, can't wait for next week.
And it'll be a voice note,
And
even better.
Voice note from Taylors of Harrogate. But yeah, I think that's all we have for this week before we get cancelled.
So
we'd like to thank you, everybody for taking part. Thank you, Simon, for taking part, for joining.
What the hell just happened there?
I don't know. I had a stroke in both senses of the term.
Oh.
Oh.
This is what working with Chris is like. It's absolutely disgusting. We have a Teams chat which we can't share on this podcast, but it's horrible. I hate it.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.